Hi, and welcome to Super Crash Brothers. This is a special podcast series dedicated to kicking open the door to your next favorite Nintendo series. I'm Jon, and my pronouns are he, him.
I'm Amanda, and my pronouns are she, her. And
there was supposed to be one more, but he was currently trying to perform an ultimate move and slipped on his kneecap instead, which we hope he recovers soon. Dan.
I love you, Dan.
We hope he recovers soon. But anyway, today is the finale of Super Crash Brothers, and we, of course, are culminating in, obviously, what we've been leading up to, Mario Party. No, I'm kidding. We're talking about Super Smash Brothers. It's kind of in the title.
We're not talking about Mario Kart Double Dash?
No, but that game rules, and I will not hear anything else otherwise about that game. That is low-key the best Mario Kart.
It is the best Mario Kart.
we should bring that back. I'm sorry.
We should.
Mario Kart 9 should introduce double teammates again.
Actually, this is completely off topic, and I'm so sorry, Dan. But Super Mario Kart Double Dash, I brought it to college. Like, I brought my whole GameCube, and I habitually wiped the memory card and replayed the whole thing all the way through just for funsies. I did it like a dozen times freshman year. You can ask Patrick.
That's hilarious because it's like, wow, I can't believe I went through this experience the first time.
Wow.
Well, let's go through the first time again.
I can't believe I forced myself to do mirror mode on hard
on the worst
course several times.
Why would you torture yourself?
I don't know. It was just a good stress reliever.
I mean, there's stress relievers and there's masochism, but...
No, living with the people I was living with was masochism.
Fair. If I remember this. But anyway, yes. So, Smash Brothers. We are here to talk about Smash Brothers and not Mario Kart Double Dash, but that game rules. Let's see. So yeah, Amanda, do you want to read the back of the box blurb?
Hell yeah! So, like we mentioned, we are talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the 2018 Nintendo Switch version. And essentially, what would happen if Mario and Kirby beat the shit out of each other? If Final Fantasy's greatest power couple showed up? How about a bunch of sword folks no one has ever heard of? The possibilities are endless, and they're all in this game.
God, there's so many sword people in this game.
There's many sword people. But
and
also,
all from a series that you have not played. No, that very, very, very specific people play.
Yeah. I think this is the first Smash where I was like, I don't know, like, more than half of these people. Like, who are they?
When I start bringing, like, Corrin and Mira, Python, I'm like, who are you?
Who dat?
Like, I know JRPGs, I don't know you. But, yeah, so this kind of all started when, in 98, Kirby's dad, Masahiro Sakurai, and future Nintendo president Satoru Iwata, who was then a producer at HAL Laboratories, created a fighting prototype called Dragon King the Fighting Game in their spare time for shits and giggles. However, Daddy Sakurai then came up with the idea to include fighters from different Nintendo games in order to provide, in quotes, atmosphere, which he thought was important for a home fighting game. Nintendo basically said hell yeah to this idea and approved the project. I like that he just came in and saw a normal fighting game and he's like that SpongeBob bit. Food, water, atmosphere.
I mean, that's really all you need.
But, alright, do you want to go paragraph by paragraph?
Yeah, I mean, once Nintendo was like, hell yeah, Super Smash Bros. Was released in 1999 for the N64, and of course was an immediate success. The game sold almost 2 million copies. I don't know how to say that number. Don't make me say it. In Japan, and almost 3 million copies in the US. And because of its success, the game spawned a wildly successful franchise that started rolling on with Super Smash Bros. Melee in 2001 for GameCube.
And in 2018, the culmination of everything Smash Bros. Related up to that point was released in the form of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Making a Smash game for the Switch was one of Satoru Iwata's last requests to Sakurai before his untimely passing in 2015. Sakurai wanted to make a game that ultimately honored that request, and so decided to bring back every single fighter from every single entry prior, including many brand new characters. This would be daunting given the insane complex licensing issues that he had to overcome in order to get everybody.
Jesus Christ, there's with both DLCs, there's 76 characters.
That's insane to me.
Oh my god. I have the whole list up, and believe me, we're going through it. But a little later.
Too bad we can't do a tier list.
Oh my goodness. If this was a visual medium.
If this was a visual medium, we would have done a tier list of Smash Fighters, guys.
We could still do a tier list of Smash Fighters. It'd be like, here's a tweet.
Honestly, we could, actually.
But, of course, you know, this one was also a massive hit, and it was highly anticipated upon its release. It eventually would go on to sell over 34 million copies as of right now. And to compare, Melee for GameCube still sits at 26 million, and currently Smash Bros. Ultimate is the third best-selling Nintendo Switch game. Which,
that makes sense. I think the other two are Mario Party and Mario Kart 8 Ultimate.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, that's the trifecta right there of like...
The Triforce of multiplayer games.
This is what the series was made for. I just remember when Ultimate was coming out, there is a streamer who has passed on since the game's release. His name was Etika. I don't know if you've ever heard of that name or are familiar with that. Mm-mm. He pretty much had he was pretty much like a Nintendo like fan, but like not the fan Nintendo wants to be like openly admitting to. Like, he was kind of like the bad boy of it.
Oh no.
Where he just was like, scream, yell, fuck at every single thing possible and all that fun stuff. But when Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, he had a reaction where he lost his shit so hard, he broke, I think, one of the shelves in his room out of pure excitement and hype. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
No, it's on there. It is one of the... I think it got him a lot of national attention. It is one of the most well-known Smash reaction clips for Smash Bros. When the game was...
I've seen it, but it doesn't populate in my brain.
No, it's fair. It was when the Splatoon were, like, teased for the game.
Oh, yeah.
The initial announcement. But anyways, going into the themes of this game are... Fighting. Ruined friendships. Rabble-rousing. Tomfoolery. Fighting.
Roughhousing.
What other synonyms can I think of?
I don't know.
Horseplay.
Like, sure. There's a story mode, but, like, it's not necessarily
it's not a deep story mode.
It's not a robust story.
Like, you're not going to sit here meditating on the meaning of life when you have a Pokemon fighting Kirby.
Or where you have Kirby fighting Sephiroth.
Yeah. Like, there's no story mode. It is, you hit button, character go punch or kick, and then you also throw an item. That's it. So, again, this isn't as deep as, like, some of our other things we've covered in the past, but it's fun.
Listen, if you're a fan of fighting games in general, this is a good one. If you aren't necessarily a fan of fighting games, but you do just enjoy characters doing weird shit, and also just, like, playing with your friends, like, Smash is I feel like Smash is a very, like, low stakes kind of fighting game to play.
Like, again, my friends and I, when Wii U came out, we were in college, we all were home, we had Smash Giving.
Yeah.
Which was just us playing Smash Brothers right before the Thanksgiving holidays, because it was out.
Smash Giving. Fucking nerd.
We were damn proud of that name, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a good name. I enjoy it.
Thank you. But where can folks play this?
Unfortunately, only Nintendo Switch. That's it. That's all we get.
Yes. All the DLC fighters, the game itself is on the Switch. I don't know how or why we haven't put the original on the N64 online pack yet.
I have a lot of questions for Nintendo about why they haven't done certain things. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
I was going to say, was Wind Waker and Twilight Princess chief among them?
Mostly Wind Waker.
Yeah. That is like the last two Wii U holdouts.
But anyway.
Watch they be like, we're putting it on the GameCube expansion pack. I mean, Fuck you.
That'd be fine. I don't need a remaster. I just need to be able to play it on the Switch. That's it.
Well, you're probably going to play it on the Switch 2 or the 2 Switch 2 Furious.
The Switch Pro. Whatever they're going to call it.
The Nintendo Switch Series S.
I don't think there's any real good Switch emulators, but if you can find it, do it. Go play.
Or just use things on Steam that no one has taken down yet. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Commit crime. Piracy is a victimless crime.
You wouldn't steal a car.
Yes, I would. You wouldn't download a car. Well, I literally can't. It's not a I wouldn't do it because I shouldn't or because it's illegal. It's because I quite literally cannot download.
Because I literally have the inability to do so.
Like, what do you mean? You wouldn't download a car? If I could, I would.
If I download a car in my brain, just think of it, and boom, it's right there.
Listen, we have car vending machines. Why can't I have car downloads?
Where are there car vending machines?
The Carvana things.
Oh my god, those are car vending machines. Listen, I live in the boonies. We don't have Carvana things up here.
I mean, I've only seen... Well, that's a lie. I think there is one on the island, but it's, like, new-ish. The first Carvana I ever saw was outside of Philly.
Okay. See, yeah, we don't have that here in the boonies.
No, you don't.
I'm lucky I saw 2 Cybertrucks in my lifetime in the wild.
I've seen 3.
Bunch of losers.
There's a meme where a bunch of raccoons thought a Cybertruck was the entrance to a dumpster and destroyed somebody's Cybertruck, and it was amazing.
That's incredible.
They couldn't get in, so at least they know it's raccoon proof, but whew, that thing was busted.
But yeah, anyway, we got the real big, like, kind of rigmarole out of the way. After the jump, we'll be back to talk about the game as a whole, like when we kind of got into it, why you should be playing it because of how much fun it is, going through every fighter because Amanda has a list.
It's important.
So, yeah, we'll see you after the jump. I love how I was going for the Smash Ultimate theme. You're like, Doug.
Listen, there are some things that even if one came before the other, or even if they don't actually sound the same, if it has like even 2 notes, my brain will just decide the direction it wants to go. I heard an Ariana Grande song on the radio while I was in the car. I think it's We Can't Be Friends or something, that one of her new ones. But before she opened her mouth, the melody at the beginning, I was like, oh my god, is this Dancing on My Own? Go listen to them side by side. They sound the same. That's
incredible, actually.
And so for the rest of the song, I was just like, I'm in the corner.
Alright, but welcome back. So Smash Brothers. Time to smash, as the youth call it.
I think it's absolutely incredible that there are 2 Animal Crossing ones.
Like characters. Fighters?
Like there are 2 Animal Crossing characters.
Wait, who else? Isabella and
the Villager. Yeah.
Okay.
I do kind of want to like go like way back for the 64 version. I don't really remember the 64 version. I can't guarantee that I ever played the 64 version, because maybe it was before I was into fighters.
Even at a friend's house or like high school, like
I played video games
gatherings.
with my brother. I mostly played video games with my brother. Actually, I think like I had very few friends throughout elementary school, middle school, and even high school that played video games. And I didn't talk a lot about playing video games because it was just something that like me and my brother did at home. And then when I got to school, it was like, y'all don't do that, so I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that the very first Smash Bros that I played was Super Smash Melee. And that's another game that I kind of played like all the time. I wasn't particularly good at it because I'm just not good at fighting games. Like anything that involves like button combos and like dodging and like defending and shielding. Like I just played the entirety of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and one of the
You bum rushed that game is what you did.
I 100% did it in 5 days. One of like the goals for like a boss fight or whatever was to beat the boss without defending.
Oh God.
And I was reading it and I was like, so I've literally never done that. I didn't know there was a thing I could do. I literally didn't know that there was like a button for Kirby to be like, no, don't hit me. Like,
oh.
So the whole time I would just be like, ah!
Just diving in head first, fighting everybody.
I mean, yes. It would have taken me less time to beat it, to be fair, if I wasn't afraid of boss fights, but that's neither. Actually, no, this is relevant because that's another reason why I'm really bad at fighting games, is because I am genuinely, like, I get anxious about boss fights.
Oh, so when you had to fight the giant master hand thing, you were like...
The master, like, I screamed through the whole fight. I'm just like, ah! It's so stressful. I can't do fighting games.
Especially when he starts getting at lasers and like doing the rocket ship and... Master
Hand is truly the bane of my existence.
And then Crazy Hand, his crazier twin brother.
So yeah, did I play Melee over and over and over? Yes. But it's because I basically like imprinted it in my brain so I can play it like front to back without breaking a sweat now. But then I thought I could do the same thing going into Ultimate.
No. It is. That is way more of an involved game.
I own Ultimate. I have owned Ultimate pretty much since it came out. I've maybe logged max like 2 hours on it. Because it just felt so hard.
World of Light didn't happen.
No! It was just so hard. I was like, why isn't this like Melee? Why isn't the 2001 game... Why is the 2018 game that has more graphics and more advanced controls be like the 2001 game? Listen, I should be able to button mash and be fine.
Oh God, no. I tried playing a Street Fighter game in like a newer one. I'm like, oh, I can't just button mash. I have to like figure out what to do here.
I should be able to button mash and be fine. There should none of this fancy nonsense. I shouldn't be required to remember button combos unless you're giving me a QTE. And even QTEs make me anxious.
Oh, QTEs make everyone anxious. Yeah, no, I will say right now, the 64 game was a definition of a button masher because, again, you had the weird 3-armed controller.
You had 4 buttons.
You had, well, 4 buttons in the camera, but...
4 buttons, the camera, and, like...
the triggers.
The 2 triggers in Z. Now I have ZR, whatever. I have 4
ZLZR,
triggers.
you got motion control.
I have too many triggers. There is still 4 buttons, but sometimes they want you to do things with the plus and the minus and the fucking no. I have enough trouble remembering.
And then you get, like, your ultimate smash, and you gotta pray to God you remember what button to hit to activate it, and hope you hit somebody. But yes, so...
Fighting games are stressful.
There's a whole community that will probably say...
Fighting games are stressful unless I'm playing with my friends.
That's fair. Then it just evolves into anger.
Then it's just...
My first that I owned was Melee. Melee was the first one I owned, but I remember going to friends' house or going to cousins' houses, and they had the original for 64. And so we would play, and it'd be like holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas. We'd be downstairs, we'd set up the TV, we'd be playing Smash Brothers. It was the first time, I think it was the first example of the idea of what a quote-unquote crossover was, in terms of, like, bringing everything together from, like, separate worlds.
Yeah.
Like, it was that and the Ninja Turtles episode where the Power Rangers showed up.
Yeah.
Those were, like, the... Go ahead.
I feel like there was just no... like, Smash, you walk into it... I feel like many people, before they know what Smash is as a property, it's like, why are all of these people in the same game? What is happening?
Did you ever see the advertisement for Super Smash Bros. For the 64?
Yeah!
Where, for those who don't know, it is Mario, it is Yoshi, it is Donkey Kong, and it is Pikachu frolicking in a field, and everything's fine, and then they start to beat the shit out of each other.
It's
It is one of the greatest commercials I've ever seen.
It's so good, and it makes my heart warm to know that Jigglypuff and Pikachu have been in it for the whole time.
The whole time. And then, like, Yoshi had the hammer, he murdered somebody.
Oh, I love the items. I love the items.
We're gonna get to the items. Yes, I want to get to the items and have that as a conversation point. But yeah, so that was my first time. Melee was the first time I ever really owned it, and I know Melee is still, like, one of the most well-regarded games. Like, I know people still play it in fighting, like, major fighting tournaments.
If it wasn't such a pain in the ass to hook up my GameCube to my TV, because TVs don't have the fucking VGA
AV
ports
jacks
anymore.
Yeah.
I'd probably play it more often.
Yeah, I know Evo, they still play a lot in Evo tournaments in every year. But so no, it's a good game for a reason. That's where you started getting more of, like, you know, you started getting an adventure mode, a arcade mode where you go through every fighter. And I think every game going forward had something to bring that ultimately led to what Ultimate became. Like, Brawl had story mode, like a proper story mode, and I think it's one of the best story modes I've ever seen in a fighting game. I love Subspace Emissary. Everyone who doesn't think that is a poo-poo head. Like, the game itself is okay. Subspace Emissary is good, actually. And then, you know, you had, you know, 3DS and Wii U, where 3DS, you're like, oh, cool, it's the first time something like this is on the go, so I can play this on the go. And that was a wild thing, too. And then, of course, Ultimate, where, yeah, every item, every character, every map, every... Like, have you ever seen the map select screen for Melee versus Ultimate? Because sweet tap dance and Jesus.
I don't know.
It's big. It's real big.
I'm just looking at, like, the entire official pages of the maps, because I was looking specifically for the map I hated the most.
Oh, my favorite was Hyrule Castle. Or, yeah, Hyrule Temple, that's what it was in Melee, where it's like...
Oh, that's your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Oh.
Is that your least? That's the one you hate?
Yes. I hate the temple.
Oh, we always had a lot of fun when me and my friends got into the little underground area, and we're like, all right, cool, this is where kids become adults.
This is where boys become men.
Yeah, pretty much. It was Nintendo Underground Fight Club.
Oh, too stressful.
But oh my god, it's honestly, it's a series that, like you said, it is a lot more fun if you play with friends. Like, yes, there are motivations for you to play it single player, but the appeal is getting together with your friends and beating the crap out of each other. Like I mentioned before at the Smash Giving thing, we found out you could have 8 players and you could all be the same character. So we did that once. And we're like, oh, this is chaotic. This is a terrible idea.
Because then you also don't even know what you're looking at.
That was the idea. We were like, oh, wait, hang on. I can't press anymore. All right, I'm out.
I lied to you. Temple is my second least favorite. My least favorite is Corneria. Star Fox.
Is that... Oh, that's the Star Fox ship? That's my second favorite.
My ass. Like, there's a specific reason that I almost always use Kirby. And it's because I'm always falling off of shit.
And also, not even that,
like,
you can also just copy everyone's ability.
I mean, yes, that too, but most of it is just me going, Kirby, please! Please, Kirby, fly!
Yeah, I'm going on to these 89 playable characters across the entire series.
What are the other 7? Oh, wait. Never mind. The Wikipedia did not do the math for me. It said 76 plus 13 DLC, and I just automatically assumed that they had put the numbers together. Yes, 89.
But, I know, we're kind of just jumping around like lunatics all over the place with this one.
You know what? That's just how it's going to be.
Yeah. This is what happens when we have to kind of scramble and be like...
We're not scrambling.
How do we go from...
We literally, we have points we want to talk about, and we want to talk about all of them at the same time.
We do have a lot we want to talk about at the same time.
That's what happens when you have 2 people with ADHD who didn't take their meds.
Yeah!
Deal with it. If you want me to take my meds, make them cheaper. I have to ration them.
That's another gate crash the United States healthcare system.
Can we crash the United States healthcare system?
Crash the health system. But anyways, oh god, this is But like, what are you?
Do we want to do characters? Do we want to do stages? Do we want to do items?
Let's do characters, because I want to talk about how Sakurai is a madman and he managed to get all of these characters in here somehow. I don't know how he did it.
Well, I think it's important to note that in the N64, there was only 12 characters. And most of these characters made sense to be together. Like Donkey Kong, Kirby, Mario and Luigi, Yoshi. And I feel like some of the only, like, whoa, who was that? At least to me when I was very young, because even now I still don't know anything about these games, was Captain Falcon. I know nothing about F-Zero.
That was my introduction to F-Zero. Do not play F-Zero for the GameCube. I'm just going to tell you right now, you know how you said that you have issues sometimes with, like, motion sickness and things with games?
Oh, no.
It is, I even get motion sick. I was like, oh,
that's upsetting.
Because it's a racing game, but you are rocketing down. You're doing corkscrews. You are doing loops.
Yeah, I still don't know to this day who Captain Falcon is, and I still don't know what Mother Earthbound is. Ness,
Earthbound?
who are you?
That game is on the Switch Online. I've been wanting to play that for a while. I know it is one of the most well-regarded, like, games of all time.
Fascinating. Yeah,
I can't tell you what it's about, but I just know it's one of the...
I did use Ness a lot, just because I thought his weird little sparky backflip was funny. So I have used Ness a lot. And then I think it's hilarious that the two Pokemon that they chose to be like permanent playable characters are Pikachu and Jigglypuff.
Well, Pikachu makes sense.
Pikachu makes sense, but Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff is where it's like, huh.
It's very interesting to me, the Pokemon that Game Freak chose to be the mascots, like initially, that because like, you know, with the Burger King gold medals.
Oh, I have one years ago and I can't find it.
Mewtwo, Charizard, and Togepi, but then they also had Poliwhirl and Jigglypuff. And it's like, huh. And I know Poliwhirl was definitely initially one of their like lead Pokemon, and now it's just like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, you ask any kid down, like, who's Poliwhirl?
Also, the fact that it's Poliwhirl and not Poliwrath. Like, you went for the middle evolution? Questionable. I still don't know who Star Fox is. Besides that, he is a fox that flies a plane.
In space.
In space. He is a...
And he talks.
Space ranger. And then also you have Samus and Link.
Were there...
So those are the 12 initial characters.
Okay. Because I'm like, thinking to myself, like, who were the... I was like... And then, of course, Mario, obviously. Duh.
Yeah,
like,
Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Donkey Kong.
Was Bowser in the first game?
No.
Or was, that's surprising.
It was only these 12 characters. Bowser was not introduced until Melee.
Okay. But yeah, so very initial setup. Again, it is the appeal of, look at all these Nintendo characters across our franchises in one roof.
It's the appeal of the crossover, the multiverse, the alternate universe. So yeah, it starts with 12, ends with, right now, 89, and has combined 40 different franchises.
Which, some of those franchises you look at and you're like, how?
The rights for this is bananas.
Like, Banjo-Kazooie I got because that was a Nintendo franchise first. I know Microsoft owns them now, but like, it was fun.
Banjo-Kazooie wasn't even introduced until Ultimate.
I know, because again, the rights and everything went to Microsoft. I remember when Sakurai was on the presentation announcing it, he had like a little behind the scenes thing. He's like, you should go play Banjo-Kazooie on Xbox. He just kept saying, go play it on Xbox. I'm like, that's your competition, and that's hilarious.
I love you, Banjo-Kazooie. I miss you. I should play you.
Bayonetta was the most that's not for children character you could have picked.
I know absolutely nothing about Bayonetta except that people are feral for Bayonetta. So I remember...
no, they're not just feral. They deserve to get the horny bonk and go to horny jail.
Oh, they're... Okay, so you go to horny jail for Bayonetta. That's really all I know about...
Yeah, pretty much.
Bayonetta. And so I remember the internet, like, quite literally exploding when it was announced that Bayonetta was
Bowser... I'm looking down the list on Wikipedia right now. Bowser Jr. This isn't shocking. It's Bowser. I will say Bowser's...
Yeah, but Bowser Jr. Wasn't introduced until the Wii U.
I know, and then even later on, they had the Koopalings, the other Bowser kids, cousins, whatever, as alternate costumes.
I think it's very funny that Dr. Mario is a character. It's like...
Yeah.
Why you just put Mario in a costume?
Well, have you ever played Dr. Mario?
No, but like...
It is Tetris with Mario.
But it's also Mario in a costume.
No, it is. I agree. I don't know why they couldn't just made an alternate skin. Okay, this is what I was mentioning before with sword characters.
Oh shit, Ganondorf?
Yeah.
Why did I blocked that from my memory.
And it's pretty much, it's a heavier Captain Falcon because
I have no memory of Ganondorf.
He does like in one of them, he does like a dark like Falcon punch, but he holds it back and it just boom.
Amazing.
Let me see.
For the furries and Cineroar.
Furries and Cineroar. Red is also here.
Like
Pokemon trainer, but it's Red. Yeah. Is in
my man.
Brawl. Yeah, Brawl. And you got to control either Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. For those who don't know, this is an audio podcast.
He's not really a playable character. It's just that Charizard...
No, it's just like... you get 3 for 1.
Yeah, he's not... You're not really playing as Red. You just get a bunch of Pokemon.
No, Red's not doing an Ash Ketchum, turning his hat around and punching someone in the face like he did to Mewtwo.
Yeah, that would be more fun.
That'd be hilarious, actually.
Oh my god, Olimar.
This is where we start...
Olimar supposed to do...
Pikmin. He just
on me?
Yeah, no, pretty much is exactly what he does. Like, each of the Pikmin have, like, different power sets.
That's kind of hilarious, actually.
Let's see. This is where I start getting into the whole... This is where I start getting into the whole, like, sword characters. We had a lot of Fire Emblem characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Byleth, Chrom, Corrin. Again, I know none of these people.
There are 8 Fire Emblem characters. I think they're the most, besides Mario, I think they're the most... I think it's Mario, Pokemon, and then Fire Emblem for most.
Which, I don't know if that's just a Japan thing, if it's big in Japan, and it's one of those, okay, it's in Japan, we gotta put it in America.
I don't know, Fire Emblem is pretty big, I think, in Japan.
Oh, really?
I think so. I just see where that Switch game falls. That they keep fucking making them.
I should see where the Pokemon Go team game, because it looks like the 3 houses looks like the 3 colors from Pokemon Go: blue, red, and yellow.
There's gotta be a reason they keep making Fire Emblems. That's so many!
That's a ton. For a series that many people outside of, like, the JRPG fans and the diehards don't know too much about.
What do you mean there's 17?
Now, to be fair, do I main as one of them? Yes, I main as Ike, because I know Ike from, like, the GameCube one.
Well, I feel like Ike is kind of a legacy character at this point.
Ike, Marth, and Roy are your legacies.
And also... Yeah, he Sword.
Sword. Like...
Sword Boy.
But then we start going deeper in Nintendo's history, like Pit.
But also kind of a legacy character.
Yeah, but he wasn't introduced till, like, Brawl. Or not Brawl. Brawl. And it was like...
That's true.
Who was remembering this game? Who remembers
I think it's wild
Kid Icarus?
I bet it took until the 3DS to get Mega Man in there.
Yeah, no, I can tell you right now, it is... That's where you started getting characters outside... Well, actually, no. Brawl is where you started getting characters outside of Nintendo, because that's where you had Solid Snake show up for... I don't know how or why, but you did. Let's see. Pac-Man. Then you started having different variations, like Samus, Dark Pit, Peach, Daisy.
I'd fight as Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's fun to fight. He just has a terrible recovery. Duck Hunt. Where you're both the duck and the dog.
They have Castlevania characters.
Looking here. We got, again, Dragon Quest.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Let me tell you something about Sonic the Hedgehog. When he showed up at the...
Sonic?
It's only Sonic.
Oh my god.
So, what happened is at the end of... spoilers for Subspace Emissary. At the end of it, you're fighting pretty much God. You're fighting this giant God at the end of it, and every character is, like, defeated or dead.
God at the end of a Nintendo game that isn't Mario.
I don't know, but...
Why am I always fighting God?
Anyway, it's like, all hope is lost. It's this guy defeated every single one of your characters. And then at the last second, Sonic shows up and you finish the final fight as Sonic.
I think I remember that.
And it was hype. It was hype.
I think I may have remember watching my brother play that, maybe. Because I think I remember Sonic showing up and me being like, huh?
I will be honest though, I'm surprised. Our trump card was Sonic. I think that was a big get at the time because it was him on a Nintendo console in like a while, and especially in that. And that's when people were like, wait, Mario, Sonic, oh, it's the 90s all over again.
I think it's rude that they have Wario and not Waluigi.
Yeah, what the hell? Give Waluigi his own game at this point, please.
That's disrespectful.
It is. And Wario has like a bike. He farts in your face. That's his power move. He farts and he bites you.
When did Wario get his first game?
92. It's one of the Game Boy Mario games.
Huh.
Ice Climbers.
Oh, first appeared in the 1992. He first appeared in 1992 in Super Mario Land 2, but his first game was Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3 in 1994.
So 30 years at this point we've had. 30 years of the W.
Wow, they really said fuck you, Waluigi, because even Luigi has his own games.
Luigi has 3 of them.
And they're all great. Hey, Nintendo, can the remaster of Luigi's Mansion 2 stop being $60? Please?
Can we put Luigi's Mansion 1 on the Switch?
I want to play it. But it's $60.
Is Isabelle... Animal Crossing, I was surprised it didn't happen, like, earlier. Like, I'm surprised it didn't happen with, like...
I'm not that surprised, specifically because Animal Crossing, when it came out initially, wasn't a huge game. And even on the like, other platforms, like, Animal Crossing has existed for forever. Well, its initial release was in 2001, but that's kind of forever. And I played the GameCube, Animal Crossing. I played all the ones on the DS and the 3DS and all that. And Animal Crossing was kind of a, like, underdog game, underrated game,
that's
whatever
fair.
You want to call it. And it really only found the success that it has now because it was released during the pandemic.
That's true, but I feel like even before, like, then, you still had Isabelle and Villager before then, though.
Yeah. Because Isabelle and Villager were, like, they were decently big games on the DS. Like, their games...
And GameCube.
Their games were decently big on the DS and stuff, but I just think it's really interesting that... I just like to talk about the success of Animal Crossing and how societal upheaval can affect things like video games.
That's kind of fun.
Because Animal Crossing would not have been as... It would have been big because they were pushing it really hard, but it would not have been as successful as it is if we could go outside.
Okay, here's one I definitely want questions about. I don't know how you got. How did you get Sora?
That was probably such a nightmare of a licensing agreement, especially because he is only available through the DLC. He is not a
Exactly, but
character.
It's like not even just Square Enix. Square Enix has given them Final Fantasy characters. You had to get the mouse involved for that one.
Well, yeah, but like Square Enix, they have Cloud and Sephiroth, and that's really the only ones that like anybody's going to ask to have from Final Fantasy.
Unless you get like Tifa in there or some shit.
I mean, if I had my way, they would have many more. But those are really the only characters that they're going to ask for from Final Fantasy. So I feel like it's like, yeah, give us $1 gajillion and you can have our 2 biggest characters. Versus like, yeah, you can have Sora, but you have to talk to Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, you can have Sora, but you can talk to Mickey, and you're not getting Donald and Goofy, we'll tell you that right now. Like, if Donald and Goofy showed up in a Nintendo fighting game, I'd be like, how?
To be a fly on that wall.
That is, I think, out of all the conversations, that's the one I want to kind of hear the most. Like, okay.
Honestly, I want to be the fly on any wall that's a conversation between Disney and licensing. I need to know.
Yeah, but then you're going into like more obscure, like Joker at the time was only starting to get big because of Persona was getting big, Persona 5.
Oh my god, Joker.
And then
I only know Joker because a figure collector I follow is very into Persona, and so she has like a zillion Joker figures, and I'm like, baby girl, I could not give any less of a shit. Please move on.
And then you
Stop talking about Joker.
But then you have Rob, Mr. Game & Watch, which out of fucking nowhere. Okay. And then the thing I always found weird was
I love Rob.
Rob was sad in the Subspace Emissary because he like sacrificed himself every time they blew up a world.
Oh, I don't remember Rob as a character. I'm hovering over his Wikipedia and he's just so cute.
But then I always found it funny that you're like, hey, we have other fighting games. Let's put them in our fighting game. Here's Ryu. Here's
I would love
Ken.
to know if there was any correlation in sales from like introducing a character into Smash and then people then going to buy their original games.
Oh, there had to have been. I mean, why else do you think we got eight Fire Emblem characters? Or
I just think it would be so interesting to like have that kind of data to look at.
Like, I remember, I think because of Pit being in Brawl, we got a new Kid Icarus directed by Sakurai on the 3DS.
It's wild.
Because, like, that was his game he worked on between Brawl and 3DS Wii U, was he made a new Kid Icarus game for the 3DS. That was, like, a launch game or a reveal launch game. Mm-hmm. And he directed it, and I never played it, but I was like, how did you pull that off? How did you, like... I know why, but, like, how did you manage to get that much goodwill where you're like, I want to bring this obscure series back?
I think it's very funny that there's a game just called ARMS.
ARMS is fun. ARMS is a game that no one really was able to...
It's fun. I just think it's very funny that it's just ARMS.
It's just stretchy arms. Min for the win-win.
Oh, so it's like that retro game. The fighting with the blue and the red robots and they're boxing.
Rock'em Sock'em, yeah.
Rock'em Sock'em. No. Rock'em Sock'em were the inflatable things.
That's Sock'em Boppers.
I hate capitalism.
Yeah, no, Rock'em Sock'em Robots was the little red and blue guy. That's what you're thinking of.
Now the Sock'em Bopper song is in my head. Yes, got it.
More fun than a pillow fight.
Blow 'em up,
but
put your hands inside, get ready to have the time of your life. That's so dirty.
God. Jesus Christ. I hate that now that I didn't realize that until now.
The commercial is so vivid in my brain, too.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that until you literally just pointed it out. Like, oh, geez, it is. You're right. God damn it.
I think, the biggest draw for me for any of the Smashes, honestly, were always just like, Pokemon? Can I be a Pokemon?
Yeah, I feel like...
Let me be a Pokemon!
It's just like... I remember, like, Incineroar was like, cool, I haven't played Pokemon since Soul Silver. So who's this little fire guy?
Who's this bitch? That's fair. I don't really remember what gen are you in?
I just remember...
I know I had issues with one of y'all.
I remember when there was this thing years ago, Sakurai would have a website where he'd update people on the progress. It was called Smash Dojo, and they'd have a poll where people would speculate who would be the next fighter, who would you want to see. And people were putting, like, Doom Guy, Goku, Superman.
I feel like Goku is not a bad...
Goku is not within not outside the realm of possibility.
haven't figured out how to turn that off.
For those of you, again, because this is not an audio medium, on Amanda's Zoom call, just a bunch of balloons came by.
If one of y'all knows how to turn off these stupid ass react things on Zoom, please fucking tell me, because I taught an entire college semester with these dumbass reactions, and I had to tell my kids, please just stop pointing it out. I'm begging you, I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh my god. Oh, that hurts my stomach. I'm sorry, that got me.
I hate it.
Oh, I'm crying. Anyways, what was I talking about? Pokemon.
Oh,
right.
We were talking about choosing like the poll of like who would be next.
Oh yeah. Again, Goku is not outside the realm of possibility. You know who is? Superman.
Yes.
Or Doom Guy, part of an M-rated franchise.
Is Bayonetta not M-rated?
Well, Bayonetta's M-rated, but like, I feel like there's enough with Bayonetta where you get away with. Doom Guy, his whole thing is rip and tear.
Oh.
Like, I played Doom 2016, and people were like, oh, Doom Guy in 2016. I'm like, no, he literally rips spines out. Like, do you want that? I mean, I think it would be hilarious. But yeah, apparently
I know
Sora...
a lot of people went crazy with Greninja too.
Yeah, Greninja, another one where I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Greninja has a cult following.
That doesn't shock me. That's why it's in the Detective Pikachu movie. Greninja is in the Detective Pikachu movie.
Did I block?
Do you want me to send it to you?
Oh, did I block that? No, okay. It's because it was... I didn't block it out. It's such a quick... Like, they like, don't even really do anything. They're just, like, security guards. That's why
Yeah.
My brain said, that's a ninja, and then moved on. It did not even register Greninja as a Pokemon. Because now I remember exactly. Yes, I got it.
God, Detective Pikachu was such a good movie, but this is not Pokemon. I know that,
to be fair, this is just the crossover of video game crossovers, so I feel like tangents are expected.
Yes. I speaking of going off on an actual topic, what was your item of choice?
Whatever showed up. Realistically, it was whatever showed up, but...
What were you the most excited to use out of what showed up?
The Star Rod was one of my favorites.
Mine was the hammer, because it was one kill, instant. Then boom.
Okay, I did love the hammer. The hammer.
I like the hammer.
The hammer
I
is
liked
top tier.
I liked the little like machine gun that if you hold down, it like charges up, and then you can shoot at somebody and knock them back like a fuck ton and give them a ton of damage.
I always went after the Pokeballs. Always.
That doesn't shock me.
Every time I saw a Pokeball, I'd be like, "Gimme! Who is it?"
So you must have loved Pokemon Stadium then, where it was just all
Pokemon
Pokeballs.
Stadium is my fucking favorite stage.
Because it's just all Pokeballs.
Stadium.
Just throw them every single way you can. Just like... I was also a fan of...
I went after Hammer, Lightning, and the Pokeballs. Every
Lightning I went
somebody
after.
Got lightning.
Warp Star I went after.
Every time somebody got lightning, I was always in the air. And I was like, ha! Fuck you!
Lightsaber I was a big fan of. Because let's be honest, it's a lightsaber. They call it Beam Sword. I'm like, no. It's a lightsaber. There was one that was in the later games. It's in Ultimate 2, where you have this like little bomb thing. You throw it, and it just makes a giant explosion. Like, you get caught in it.
The Babam?
No, not Babam. It's the actual, like, specific one. It's like a little, like, mine. It's like a little tiny, like,
X-Bomb?
red and white thing with the...
No, that's different.
No, there's a little tiny red and white thing with, like, a bee on it, and you throw it, and when it hits someone, it's just like a... like that.
Oh my god, Pitfall is so good.
I also like the Sis trophies, but that's because I like seeing characters I couldn't get. Like, Waluigi was a Sis trophy, even though he shouldn't be a real player at this point.
Pitfall is so funny. Haha, gooey bomb.
I was
bomb.
also... Smart Bomb, that's it. Okay. I was also...
People put up bumpers. I hate bumpers.
I think my least favorite was that little tiny, like... tan thing with the nose and the
Mr.
whiskers
Saturn?
coming out of it. Yeah.
I'm literally staring at it.
That was annoying.
I hated Freezy.
Was that the little iceberg?
Yep. Just always.
Freezy I didn't mind.
Just
I think
always turning into ice.
See, I didn't like the bunny ears. Because I'm like... It's great for recovery, but if I'm like on a stage where I'm pretty okay, it gets really annoying because I'm jumping all over the place. I'm trying to hit somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop. No, god damn it, stop. I like the assist trophies. The only specific assist trophies, though. Like, Ike has a good one. Banjo-Kazooie's is fun.
Banana gun.
Oh, God, I love Donkey Kong.
I did love a good gun.
Oh, the little, like, pistol? The little laser pistol?
Pew pew!
Little pew-pews?
Pew pew, yeah.
Again, I like the machine gun. It was like a super scope. You would, like, it was a little machine gun. You charge it, build it up, and then just shoot them into the sun.
Oh my god, there's so many Pokemon now.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon now. I know Mewtwo is a big one.
Let's see. There's Solgaleo, Lunala. I'm only naming the legendaries right now. There's Tapu Koko. Marshadow is technically not a legendary, but it is fucking hard to get. Moltres, Mew, Suicune. Look, there's so many legendaries. Lugia.
That's the assist trophies, not actual playable characters.
That's what I meant. I meant like the Pokemon from the Pokeballs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is God one of them?
Yes, Arceus is one of them.
I don't know. I don't remember his name. I just know it's God.
Yeah, lots of legendaries. There's Xerneas, Kyurem, Giratina, Palkia, Entei, Latios and Latias. Deoxys! That's horrifying.
Oh, God. See, you mentioned Latios, and Deoxys. I'm like, I know them from the movie.
That's fair. Deoxys is terrifying as a concept.
Yes. Is Jirachi in there as a Pokeball?
Jirachi is not. And Mewtwo is also not. It's only Mew.
Well, Mewtwo is a playable character, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is I remember in Brawl, you had to fight Rayquaza at one point.
Yes. I do remember that. Rayquaza is not a...
What about Ho-Oh?
Ho-Oh is... Nope, just Lugia.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a fun mix, but it's also some random ones. Like, why are you giving me the random bird?
I just remembered the one time where we were like, we're going to give you another look, quick, we need another Pikachu. Pichu.
I love him.
I know, but it's just like, so just like, we were really doubling down on Pichu in the 2000s, weren't we?
Yes, we were. I love him. Amazing. Items and stages, my guy.
I've already said my favorites. My top three are Hyrule Temple. I like the Cornelius.
The Star Fox Plane.
Star Fox Plane. And there was one more. It's in 64. I think it's like a castle or a town or something, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Wait, there is a Hyrule Castle, by the way.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Hold on.
No, because you are thinking of the temple because you're talking about like the underpass, but
there's that. But there's another.
Castle.
There's something else in 64 that was my favorite. That's one of our go-tos.
Well, Princess Peach's castle is one, and then they have lots of castles.
Let me Hyrule Castle in 64. Actual Hyrule Castle.
About Hyrule Castle. Yeah, they have. It has good platforms.
I'm thinking of Hyrule Castle in 64, then Hyrule Temple in Melee are my two favorites. And then it would be Corneria from Melee, the Star Fox ship.
I think my favorites are definitely Pokemon Stadium. Are you actually called Pokemon Stadium?
Pokemon Stadium's number 4.
Pokemon Stadium is one of my favorites. Delfino Plaza.
That's a good one.
I have such a soft spot for Super Mario Sunshine. It's like one of the only
that game doesn't.
Mario games that I like completed. And weirdly, I also really like Norfair with all the lava. I think it's a Metroid one.
It's a Metroid one.
Yeah.
I gotta think back. Sunshine is a game that I've gone back and played. It does not hold up for me on replay.
Oh, it holds up for me. I love Super Mario Sunshine.
If anything, I'm ready to just throw my controller into the television.
That's fair. It is sometimes a frustrating game.
The camera, the little.
Oh yeah.
Like when
this every time I go onto a game where it has like too many camera controls, I'm like, settings, turn that off.
Or like when you're up in what is the Delfino Harbor and you're up on the little platform things and those gusts of wind. I hate those. I want to every time I get knocked off and I'm like I'm done. I'm finished. I fuck this game.
Are real fucked. I don't know. Super Mario Sunshine. It's one of the Super Mario platformers that I'm like, no, I love this one. I can play this one. And then there's like, which was the first one that they did? Which was the one that they did for the Wii?
Brawl?
No, I'm talking about like the Super Mario platformers.
Oh, maybe in Peach Castle. I will say what I like about.
I do like Peach.
There's one thing it's called. It's like what is that form? I think it's Omega form. The Greek symbol, and it's just like a flat surface. You don't have to deal with the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's good for someone who's like, good.
I'm thinking of Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, I love that game.
I fucking hate Galaxy.
I fucking love Galaxy. I'm mad when the 3D All-Stars pack came out. I'm like, Galaxy 2 DLC. Where the fuck is Galaxy 2? Why don't you have Galaxy 2 on here? I want to play Galaxy 2 because I never got to play it. You son...
Super Mario Sunshine, that shit came on and I was like, give it to me! I hate Galaxy. I love Odyssey. And I kind of hate Wonder.
Wonder is not as strong as it could be, I'll admit.
I seem
pretty
to go
samey.
like up and down with the platformers. I'm like, I love this one, I hate this one.
You should have heard our Mario. Well, actually, our Mario episode at the time of this recording is out now. If you ever want to hear that, boy, we went places we should not have gone.
That doesn't.
I'm looking at them now. Final Destination, I think, is a cool one. Peach's Castle is fine. Congo Jungle was one I remember playing on a lot from DK. DK, Donkey Kong, DK. Donkey Kong.
Jungle Japes is also an interesting one.
Jungle Japes is an interesting one. Congo Falls is one I remember a lot.
Yeah, I didn't like Congo Falls, but I did like Jungle Japes.
Brinstar, not a fan of that one. It was like all yellow, like lava kind of things, and it was like
the depths.
No. Though that, if we get a new Smash Bros, I want to revisit that topic, because that would be a cool level, but I want to revisit that topic. Fountain of Dreams is one I like. That one I like. That's pretty. You look confused.
I'm just clicking through all of the all of the pictures because I'm trying to find the one you were talking about.
I think the Star Fox Brinstar. It's right next to the Hyrule Temple.
Oh, yeah, I was already past that. Jesus. Well, okay, so there's Brinstar, and then in the one
I see it, Brinstar
right
Depths.
below it with the monster, yes.
I I'm looking at the other ones. I'm looking at Star Fox. Venom was the Star Fox level I hated. That's the one where the ship is facing this way instead of this way.
Yes, I think it's wild.
That I hated.
I think it's wild that one of the Breath of the Wild towers is a platform.
Bridge of Eldin from Zelda, I'm a big fan of. Halberd, no. Halberd sucks. Lilac Cruise, no. I'm okay.
I love that.
Any Castle Siege is one I kind of liked.
Yeah, Castle Siege looks pretty cool.
The fact that Pikmin has a level.
Well, that makes sense to me.
Oh, let me take a look here.
It is horrifying, though. Just because Pikmin is such a stressful game for me. Because then I get really sad.
Luigi's Mansion.
When my Pikmin die.
I forgot that they made a Wind Waker level.
Mm-hmm.
Pirate ship. Oh.
Yeah, and they also have a Spirit Train level.
Oh, God, that's a game. I never played Spirit Train. I heard it's not good, but...
Oh, I had so much fun.
I heard it wasn't... Okay, so maybe I'll like it, but is it one of those games where you have to use the stylus to control Link? Because that's what Phantom Hourglass was, and I hated that.
I don't remember. If I was playing a 3DS game, I basically ignored the stylus. So if it is, it's a setting you can turn off.
Hopefully. Spear, Pillar, I liked because you just fight.
Yeah, we're just on like the Smash Bros website, and they have like a whole gallery. So I think y'all should take a look at some of these.
Y'all should go there and take a look at it and let us know what your favorite level is. I know, Odyssey, a Galaxy had a level. I like the Galaxy level. I think it's fun.
There are some parts of Galaxy that I think are fun, but overall, as a whole game, I'm like, I'd rather die. You know what I think is really funny? That there are Mii characters. And then...
Okay. Not even Mii characters. They gave you Mii skins to say, hey, you want this character in Smash? Fuck you, you're not getting it. Here's a skin for the Mii fighter.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
Because, like, everyone was wanting Geno from Mario RPG. And, like, here's Geno's Smash, or Mii skin. Here's Sans from Undertale's Smash skin.
Rude. I love that there's just a living room from Nintendogs.
I think WarioWare had one too, where it was just... It's a mini game from WarioWare.
There's a lot of, like, little mini game looking ones.
I'm standing up for a second, that's all. Spiral Mountain. Spiral Mountain would just made me really happy that got a level.
They had a lot of Zelda ones. Well, they have Tortimer's Island.
But, yeah, so there's a lot of Smash levels. Let us know your favorites. Eventually I would love to do a stream where we do tier lists of, like, Smash fighters, Smash levels, Smash items.
And also a Smash or Pass.
And also Smash or Pass. I'd be fine with that. Yeah,
Smash
if we
Pass Sephiroth.
If we did that as like a fight, if we did that as like a stream or something, I'd be down. That'd be so much fun.
Smash or Pass King Dedede.
Smash or Pass the dog from Duck Hunt.
Smash or Pass Banjo and Kazooie.
I think we'd have to live like actual children off the list though. So like Ness and Lucas are automatically disqualified.
Yes. But the animals stay.
Gay crashers would like everyone to know that pedophilia is what we were against, but bestiality,
Monster fuckers, you can stay.
Monster fuckers, you say. Pedophiles, get the fuck out. But okay, so let me ask you a question then. Let me bring this up now, and I'm standing up because I've been sitting a lot recently. Two questions. One, do you think there should be another Smash Brothers after Ultimate?
No.
And okay. That immediately negates my next question was, if so, what do you want to see out of it? Because I am in the boat as you, where I don't think they should do another Smash.
I don't think they should do another Smash. I think it only makes sense I feel like the only time people are even looking for a new Smash is if we have a new platform. But I feel like Nintendo is currently in a space where they're not going to make a new console, they're just going to improve the one that currently exists.
I was going to say, I know Switch 2 is currently in development. We're supposed to be getting something this, and I'm quoting here, this fiscal year.
Yeah,
what the hell that means?
We're just supposed to be getting an announcement, though. I highly doubt they're going to have a console ready for this year. Because if they can't have
not this
ready,
year. We'll get one next year. But we're going to get probably the announcement and reveal.
Yeah, we're probably going to get the announcement. Because there's no way they're going to have it ready in time for Christmas. But and if they're not going to have it ready in time for Christmas, they're not going to release it.
The other thing is, like, not only I don't think you should do another Smash, if you're going to do it, don't do it without Sakurai. And again, this leads back to they shouldn't do it. Sakurai did everything and put every single ounce of what he had into Ultimate. That is his crowning magnum opus, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
He said everything he wanted to say, put everything he wanted to put into with Ultimate. I don't think it's literal perfection. I don't think you can improve on it.
I just think, like, with the way that games are now on, like, with the Switch and with all of the online capabilities and with the capabilities of just, like, continuing to add to a game that currently exists through, like, free downloads and DLCs and things like that.
Mario Kart.
Like, Mario Kart. Like, if you have a Nintendo Switch Online Pass, like, I get all of that shit. I don't have to pay for the extra stuff. They keep adding worlds to Super Mario Party.
Well, that's getting a whole new game.
That's getting a whole new game, but that's also, I think, can make sense because Mario Party has so many other mechanics involved in it, and I feel like the only reason to do a new Smash is if they're going to, like, go in with, like, an involved story. Because, like, if you're gonna do a new Smash just because you're trying to update mechanics, that's stupid.
Like, have something that makes it worth going. Like, again, Ultimate had the purpose of we are literally bringing in everything into one single roof.
Yeah, and I feel like at this point it's just, hey, y'all want some more characters? Here, we coded some more. Have fun.
Like, or someone could be like, I really want a new Smash Brothers because I want to see the depths and the top from Tears of the Kingdom in
you
Zelda.
Want some new stages? DLC.
Exactly. Like, you could just keep adding to it. Like, here's the thing. If you're going to put a Smash Brothers out for the new console, just put Smash Ultimate, but with everything. Like, every DLC fighter included, too, in the package.
Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of discussion, potential controversy, as we move closer to the Switch 2, because the Switch is basically a relic at this point. Which is hilarious.
I think it's, as of recently, is the longest running Nintendo console. Like, it beat Game Boy, it beat Super Nintendo, it beat Nintendo Entertainment System.
It's basically a relic at this point. Like,
it is. We are past Switch, 7 years at this point.
My Switch it works so hard. I can hear that shit from across the room.
Oh my god, I pull it out and I'm playing Game Boy. I'm playing the Game Boy Advance. I'm playing Metroid Zero Mission right now.
I'm playing fucking Dave the Diver.
Yeah, and it's just like ready to sound like a jet engine. It's like kind of like, man, I don't want to go back to Tears of the Kingdom because I feel like if I do, boom,
your Switch is gonna blow up.
If I get Paper Mario, if I get Luigi's Mansion, boom.
Yeah, so I think there's gonna be a lot of controversy potentially, because you know how capitalism is. What?
But it is worth.
What if they are like, hey, you can't play Switch games on the Switch 2?
I will be furious. Watch them be like, we're going to make remakes of Switch games for the Switch 2.
Some of them are old enough that they do.
Breath of the Wild. You want Odyssey 2? Fuck you, you're getting Odyssey HD. Or Odyssey 4K.
Anyway.
On that note,
go play Ultimate if you
go play Smash
can.
Ultimate. Go play it with friends. Have yourself a good time. Get some beers in you if you drink and everything. If you don't do that shit.
If you don't own Ultimate, go make a friend who does.
Yes, because then you can play it too.
Mooch.
And get the GameCube adapter too while you're at it. For the controllers.
Yeah. Use the GameCube controllers.
It works so much better. But on that note, you can find us at gatecrashers.fan. Thank you for listening to this season. I don't know what the next season was going to be. We'll be back whenever that's going to be. But until then, take care. Have a good one.
Bye-bye!
It's the Gate Crashers.